Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero, and it's been a couple of days since I made a video, but that's okay. I'm here to make about probably 6 videos today. It's going to be the first one for the day, and we're going to be here with some new haters for Eric July's comic, as always, with these people moving the goalposts as they do, because this person believes that, the people in here believe that Eric's gonna get mad if you don't think his comic is amazing. Which if they ever watch his content, he's specifically said over and over that people are not going to like. Not everyone's going to like it. He was putting out a product that he fully believes in, and if you don't like it, that's fine. He's actually said this multiple times. I don't know where people getting this idea that because someone doesn't like their comic, he's gonna get mad about it. That's not really the case. He's already stated actually recently that it's not the case as well. Just to continue to be more transparent on this type of thing for all the idiots on Twitter. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button if you do like it. Subscribe for more content if you do like the video and want to see more. Comment below on what you think about these things, and we're going to get right into it with this person called the Impenetrable C-Hole Handler, which is just Chloe. Quotes 6 out of 10, maybe a 5 unquote, because they're looking at someone's review and that's what they put. Wait, I thought you all said $35 plus $10 for tax and shipping wasn't too much for it to pay for a 96-page comic. It's not. You typically pay for quality, and they're paying for quality with people who have been in the industry for over a decade, putting in their work, putting in their letter work, putting in their color work, putting in their illustration work, and their line work, and the quality of the paper that's being used, and all the shipping materials that go into it. Yes, it's all in there and paid for. You can't change your mind now because of buyer's remorse. Aren't you all supposed to put Marvel and DC on notice for some stupid shit? Well, Marvel's stuff is trash. That's why people are making their own independent stuff. DC stuff is trash. That's why people are making their own independent stuff, and they're making great independent stuff. We're going to go through it here. This person's called Humans Are Wicked. Says, won't be getting another. I'll give Ice a 6 out of 10, maybe 5. Nothing in the comic gave me reason to be interested in this world, characters, or plot. Got a grammar error there, but we know nothing about Isom, so I can't be invested in him, nor do we know anything about any of the characters. His part is still undefined. It's super strange to it, or there more. The plot is as generic as it gets. Missing friend, mob, boss, bad, no reason to be invested in what happens next. When we've seen this 100 times. We've seen a lot of things 100 times, and yet people are still invested. But okay. World building is lacking. There's nothing about this universe that seems unique enough to learn more of. Don't like the art style. If it looked like how Isom looks on the cover, that would have been great. But it looks cartoony and like an unrendered game at some points. He put out a trailer where it showed the interior of the comic, and I'm pretty sure Isom looks like the cover. But okay, because again, the cover was actually made by the same people who made the interiors of the book, so that doesn't make any sense. Mostly when he puts his costume on the end. Well, thanks for the spoiler, bro, because the first book of Isom should be something that makes it different, better, more interesting than any other comic. No, it's not going to rock the world. There's a lot of comics that don't rock the world. Most Marvel comics don't rock the world. Most independent comics don't rock the world. What in this comic world is unique? If not its characters, world, or story, then what? Simply not being woke and not being Marvel DC isn't good enough. If it were cheaper, I'd keep my opinions to myself until the multi-part story is over, but I'm not paying another $40 on a story that just exists and does nothing new. It's $35, it's not $40. Stop lying. Y'all trying real hard to have this reach. I don't know where y'all getting this reach from. He continues. Most of his problem is that it's part 1 to a bigger story, so it's basically a prologue. Yeah, no shit. But that's no excuse when there are 90 plus pages. It's the introduction to the universe. Grammar. So tell me why this universe is interesting. Wanted to like it, first physical comic I ever bought, and I stopped reading Marvel and DC in 2019, but this doesn't seem to me it. Everyone's praising it, yet it does nothing special. Be honest, so Eric can improve instead of praising it because everyone wanted to fail. Even if this isn't the next big thing, Eric has inspired also a lot of anti-woke people to make their own content that's good enough for me. This person doesn't even seem competent enough to even have bought this comic in the first place, because their spelling is way off, and the fact that they're saying read Marvel and DC in 2019 and saying this is the first physical comic they ever bought, it's like you never read comics before, except maybe on that Marvel Unlimited app, perhaps. This review doesn't even sound like it's a legitimate one, to be honest. Like, seriously, it makes it seem, there's so many red flags in this, it doesn't even seem like it's a legitimate comic. To which, we got Wirecast. They only ever buy things to own the libs? No. So it must be astoundingly mid to get the submission. Again, to me, this review sounds like a bunch of horse shit. It doesn't even sound like it's real. Dr. Acula says, it's going to be funny when Eric goes on a tirade about this review and demands the guy's head for daring to speak out on his grift. Well, let's look at the definition of grift. Money made dishonestly as a swindle. I'm pretty sure this isn't a swindle. So, plainly, shut the fuck up. You don't know what a grift is, and the only thing you people see a grift is someone being more successful and making money on a product that they created that you don't like. Fine, you can not like the product. Don't try to sit here and lie like a little bitch on the internet. Sorry. I don't think you know what you're talking about. One bad review from someone. Big deal. Also, he probably read the whole review from the website. It has spoilers. I doubt Eric will lose sleep over it. Exactly. That's what I believe. I believe this is a bullshit review that this guy made up. It doesn't even seem legitimate. It's honestly, spelling grammar errors is ridiculous, and the fact that there's a spoiler in there is honestly insane. He's giving his audience what they want, being open about it, finding a good service. Shouldn't that be a good thing? Using the same logic when addressing criticism as many of the current Marvel and DC comic writers. If you didn't like Isom, does that make you a racist? This guy thinks he's being defensive, which this isn't defensive at all. He's literally stating he can't read what the person's saying because they're blocked, which is what most of these weirdos on Twitter do. They block people and then they talk shit behind their block. But people are free to like and dislike. It's to be Isom. It's to be expected. Yeah, he's said that for a while now. It's like you don't even really watch the videos. It's almost like you're lying about Eric's positions on this type of thing. Because this is the truth. This people talk shit behind a block. Seems more like a rejection. Not everyone's going to like a product. That's alright then. I recommend developing yourself first so you won't be antagonistic towards people who find your products incompatible with them. Do you say that about the rest of the outraged grifters and CG when they get on YouTube tour being insulting and aggressive towards mainstream comic creators? First of all, they do this first. It's a bunch of bullshit that you pansies believe because you just don't like somebody. When you literally had Mark Brooks just the other day, just maybe a few days ago, threatening people with violence if they come to New York Comic Con. Like, are you serious? Do you ever see anybody from CG threatening physical violence against people? No, you don't. So, just saying. How is this a grift? We already have the comic. Find new goalposts. It's funny you can't see it, Lemming. Laughing. Most reviews have been very positive. Even one comic tried 100% approval rating. People are not going to like the same stuff. This is a real business and successful launch of a new comic book in the industry. Throw shade and limit tweets. What a snake. It's true. It's what they do. Or worm, whatever. It's what they do. Speaking of grift, you might as well be greased up with Crisco the way you're sliding into all this, hypocrite. You all? One bad review? Not even bad, just average. Okay, month-old puppet. It's like, you keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. It's true. What is the grift? Nope, that's what you guys do. And, of course, as this person should be, they should get roasted for what nonsense that they're spewing, because that's what they do. That's what they should be doing, is be getting made fun of. To which Eric responded to Dr. Okula, that same tweet that I mentioned. If you scroll up here, right? Scroll up here. I just love that you're enjoying the book. I see your videos and theories, and that's what it's all about. We still have thousands of orders to ship. I'll be working a little half day tomorrow to get ahead for the work. I have the world's greatest customers, because he does. It's a fact that he does. And there's another post here I want to go through real quick. Just need to find it. Where is it? Here. Where is it? Right here. Easy to do when you sell $30 posters. If it was easy, you'd do it too, because it's true. People talk about how easy it is to just sell something, and they don't actually ever, they're never able to actually do it. They just talk out of their ass all the time. Gabe Beltaib was the guy who worked on ISO, and he predicted the end of this trash comic called Son of Kal-El, 1 year ago, I stood on principle and left DC for their American hating book, SJW narcissist Tom Taylor. I win. Really looks like you lost. He's getting a cartoon now while you have a low end indie book. Sure, bud. Because it's not ending with issue number 18. That's called a failure, and they're gonna make a new number 1 or a new series or whatever based on a failed book. ISOM is the highest indie fund of all time. Low end? Nah, not at all. Are you applying to be a mascot and make me more money by getting laughed at? The job is full, but we would consider you for the position. We love mascots. We have high standards. Bring your A game. Easy to do when you sell $30 posters. If y'all really want to know, right? Here is what Gabe Al-Taib is actually working on. It's made $123,000. It's called Truth, Justice, American Way. And this is what he's actually been working on, his own side project while working on ISOM. So if you want to go ahead and back this, I'll leave a link below in the description for this. So if you want to back this, you got stretch goals, there's a bunch of different tiers for it, stuff like that, But if you want to get ISOM number 1, you could go to RippaVerse.com and get that as well. Your orders will not ship until November, until basically after everyone who pre-ordered during the campaign gets their book. But you can do that. And you're telling me this is considered low end? Someone making 6 figures on a book, on maybe probably a first issue of a book? Yeah, it's not low end, and neither is ISOM. So the fact that this guy's talking this nonsense, these people are talking this nonsense while people are getting their orders, being satisfied with their orders, making unboxing videos and such like that. I would much rather listen to someone like Horror Murata or Sheep City and get a more truthful review out of them, because they're not shills, they're actually good people, rather than some random on the internet. So just saying. Alright, thank you guys for checking out this video. It really does mean a lot. As I said in the beginning, make sure to like if you like it, just comment below what you think, subscribe for more content, and as always, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.